The Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful in a few things, so I will make thee ruler of many. Matthew 25:21. Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. 1 Corinthians 4:2. Hello, my name is Melinda Posterly, and I will be talking about ways to increase stewardship offering at Christ Church in Youngstown, Ohio. Chapter 1 of the project talks about the purpose of the project, which is to identify ways to help Christ Church in Youngstown, Ohio to increase their stewardship offering. Christ Church is located in a poverty-stricken area in Youngstown, Ohio, in the city's lower south side. Declining factors that have helped to the decrease in their stewardship are the economy, job loss, and lack of financial transparency and record keeping. Christ Church is a purveyor of resources in the community, such as food and clothing giveaways, exercise programs, community outreach, and block parties. The financial committee, which includes the treasurer, the executive committee, governed by the church board, oversees the finances in Christ Church. The revenue in Christ Church is broken down into two categories: tithes and stewardship offerings. The tithes are dispersed to the conference, which is for global ministries and global outreach. The stewardship offerings stay local, which represent the utilities in the church. It also takes care of the community outreach that was previously spoken of, and the maintenance of the church. The table that I've given you on the handouts, the first table is a church budget report for Christ Church, which is a breakdown of the monthly obligations. And as you see in your handout here, the total monthly obligations total $10,111 a month. That is the amount it takes locally to keep Christ Church up and running. The second table that you see in front of you is an allocation of the tithe and stewardship offerings, showing you where the breakdown is in the stewardship offerings and why Christ Church is experiencing such difficulty in keeping their finances stable. The year-to-date total is $34,000 as of December 2011, $34,512.39 in the negative. In Chapter 2 of the Integrated Research Project, I will discuss the professional research that is done on stewardship offerings and ways that we can help Christ Church. Faith in God. Jesus is an example of leadership and faith. Stewardship is a pledge of faith above and beyond the tithe. Faith is belief in God and in God's will to do what he promises to do, which is to bless us abundantly. Christ Church should rely on their faith. Planning and coaching. God was a master planner. Christ Church should follow his example of defining, developing, and executing a structured plan. Discovery. Bringing spiritual gifts to influence and encourage members to understand and know why and how to give spiritually. In Chapter 3, an experimental design was performed to help increase the stewardship offerings in Christ Church. The first operational objective was an open forum. The purpose of the open forum is to permit dialogue for the church and the church body, the leadership, the executive committee, and the board to understand the finances, to share faith, to share testimonies, and how to help the church increase their stewardship offerings. The second operational objective is creating a storehouse savings plan. This savings plan will help the church stay on track of what they need financially to keep the church functioning, to keep the bills paid, and to help the church members to have faith in knowing and seeing where their money is going. From the operational objectives, we move on to experimental designs, which the experiments started September of 2011 through December of 2011. Through those experiments, we see that the stewardship offering in Christ Church has improved. That improvement was a direct result of faith in God and also starting a savings plan where the members can actively take part in watching their monies grow. In conclusion, Christ Church should rely on their faith and allow God to be the center and the source of their strength. Christ Church should also include the members in the finances and be transparent to the financial objectives of the church. I thank you for listening.